Hello, everybody, and welcome to qualifying here at the Martinsville Speedway for race number 3 of the round of 9. We have a stacked field of drivers and talent here today. No wall riding allowed, by the way, before anyone even asks. We are not allowing that here. Qualifying underway. With me today in the booth is Purge.
How are we doing, everybody?
We're doing just fine. Purge. Reports are in that Daniel Michel is not going to race today, at least not the full race. I think he said he's going to do qualifying and do a little start and park action. Now, last time he said that, he won the race. He did the whole race. I'm pretty sure he won. I think it was in the truck series. That's the time to roll in.
I think it's one of those little fake plays you do, like in football, how they do like a fake punt. I think he's just trying to psych everyone out.
You think he's just
that little false hope?
False sense of security. Ben Kuhn sits in first. Qualifying's going to be rather quick. Of course, 2 laps here at Martinsville. Not going to take longer than 40 seconds, if that.
Yeah, and since we're at Martinsville, I was going to propose a great idea that we allow each of these drivers one wall ride.
One wall ride.
They get one free non-penalizable wall ride, and they get to use it. Kind of like how they have them in Mario Kart. Like you get power-ups. You get one power-up.
One power-up. That would be
so
something.
Safe. Yeah, exactly. Say if you're like last place and you're just trying to get the fastest lap point, you just sling that John around the corners and get the fastest lap, snatch it away from the top dogs.
Speaking of top dogs, Larry Miles the monster, sits on provisional pole position right now. Here goes Parker Vance inside the track. I think he might do the little ramp thing that we were seeing in practice.
Oh boy.
There it is.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, that's a E-death, E-concussion. Speaking of Larry Miles, I beat that guy in an IROC race once, and I will still continue to be proud of that accomplishment. Although it was at a drafting track, I still beat him.
Well, speaking of, there's Cole Snyder momentarily. Now they're all doing the thing inside. But here's Cole Snyder, newcomer. Welcome to the Vantage Pro Series, making his first start here today. Sponsored by Pizza and Wings, which is incredibly
I want
based.
pizza and wings.
Oh.
I wonder who I'm going to get sponsored by when I get iRacing sometime in the fall.
You're going to get sponsored by ASOP Purge.
Yeah. But yeah, I was in. Someone gave me an insight on how much it would cost to start racing from here to the Indy 500, the Vindy 500. It would cost somewhere around $100 just to get in. Not even a guaranteed spot, just to enter.
That's right. Just a shot at the big time.
Yeah, because the $5 entry fee is the whole thing itself. I gotta first buy the car, buy the track, buy any additional tracks I needed to get my I rating up, and then additional cars, and then a membership.
It's
just
true.
for one lousy, not lousy, one
race.
race.
Respect the 500. Theoretically, if you,
I took it back.
If you win the 500, you could make your money back.
Yeah, but I don't think I have that much time, especially considering today's the first day of May. Happy birthday, Ethan.
Happy birthday, Ethan, by the way. Qualifying coming to an end here. Here's Jonathan Green finishing up his lap. He's already finished his 2 qualifying laps. In fact, matter of fact, everybody has. So Larry Miles going to be starting on pole position, who, by the way, was...
Yeah, but look at second place. Look at the gap between second and first in times of pole.
7,000ths of a second.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I think we're going to see a great race here. I hope we see some dumping runs. I hope we see some flips. I think if we try hard enough tonight, guys, we'll get a flip.
I don't know about a flip. I think we might get some, as Daniel Michel still stuck in the corner there.
He's beached it.
Yeah, pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. There goes Jonathan Green.
I offered him to sub in for him. I just told him to give me his iRacing login info, and I would gladly sub in for him.
For Daniel Michel.
But
no.
Yeah, he was too scared of the speed I carried, so he's declined. Respectfully, of course. I mean, if you had to race the ASOP Purge, I would be scared too.
That's fair, actually. Yeah, it's all fun and games until ASOP Purge takes your spot.
Yeah, and then he had the audacity to compare me to Jacob Hoskins.
Oh, first of all, you sponsored Jacob Hoskins. Not today, but you have before.
Yeah, so I don't sponsor him today, so I can hate watch on him. It's the races that I do sponsor him, I can't hate watch. I have to be a supporter. But he's not rocking this primary, so I get to hate watch today, and I'm so happy for that, because this is going to be probably one of the most hate-filled, riddled streams ever, considering we're at the paperclip today.
It's going to be, I think, tempers, especially being a cutoff race for the playoffs, and we'll go over the standings here after the starting grid comes across your screen. Yeah, it's going to be close. Very, very close between the Aftershock boys. There is pole position. Larry Miles grabs P1. Let's see when the grid comes on up. And there it is. Larry Miles, pole position. Second place, Ben Kuhn in the 48 car. Pretty good run from him. So that's your first starting front row. P3, Daniel Michel, who's said he's going to be doing a start and park. Cole Snyder on debut, getting second row. Very impressive. William Hightower and Jacob Hoskins. Hoskins needs a good run here today. He has 7 points behind the cut line coming into this race, behind his own teammate, Landon Bednarz. Sean Purcell and Kyle Purcell, they're both pretty much safe. Kyle is actually locked into the next round by points alone. Sean looking pretty safe as well. Kurt Bray has been eliminated, so has Derek. No, Derek Fye is still in, but Derek Fye, he is behind the cut line as well. So that's starting P10, P11, and P12. Todd Lee and Jonathan Green in the 46 and 51 car. I should say. Tyler Smith and David Morales, P13 and P14. They're looking at slice and dice their way through the field. And Parker Vance and Eve Nyman making his debut here today. The Finnish driver and starting in plumb last with a DNQ is Landon Bednarz, who needs a pretty good run, or at least better than his teammate Hoskins, to make it into the next round, the round of 6. And they're going to start pacing here. Let's go ahead and quickly look at the standings coming into today. There you can see Diane Michelle and Kyle Purcell both are in. Hightower, Todd Lee are both relatively safe. Sean Purcell and Landon Bednarz, they're both only 7 points above Jacob Hoskins for the cut line and 10 above Derek Fye. Do you see an upset elimination here, Purge?
I'm going to be honest, I think Hoskins might be able to get Bednarz here, especially considering Bednarz did not qualify at all. He'll have to slice and dice his way through the field, as you mentioned with a few other drivers today. Hoskins has the advantage of starting in P6, so I think the upset is right there, folks.
Yeah, all he has to do is bring it home. 7 points is the difference between those two. So that's 7 positions. Or, of course, if he wins, he's in to the next round as well. Larry Miles will lead us around one more time, and we'll go racing here. Ben Kuhn on his outside. Daniel Michel, supposedly, according to himself, doing a start and park. We will see, though, if that lasts. Last time he said that, he did the entire race. So we'll see.
Yeah. I have a hypothetical for you. What do you think is the over-under for flips today? Do you think we're getting one, or do you think we're not going to get one?
Flips at this track, it's not impossible, but I think it's highly, highly unlikely.
No, man. These cars love to mount each other. I think it's not out of the question.
It's not entirely out of the question. Pace car is in. Larry Miles will lead the pack to green here at Martinsville. Strap in, folks. 225 laps around the bull ring. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Into turn 1. Look at the move already.
Oh.
Hightower getting in there. They're getting stacked up, but it looks pretty safe so far. Hoskins out by the wall.
Hoskins is already on the outside, and he's going to drop like a rock already here. That's tough to see, especially from an aggressive move by Hightower on lap 1 of all things. Lap 1 into turn 1, he forced it nearly 3 wide. That got Hoskins way out of line.
He's trying to get up the field here. Larry Miles leads lap 1. Daniel Michel into second position now, clear from everybody else. And we're clean so far. Good start to this race.
The rookie Snyder is going to try and challenge on the inside of Daniel Michel for P2. So that'll help Larry Miles probably. Oh, he's actually. No, he didn't. He lost his spot. I thought he cleared it for a second. But qualifying P4 on your debut is certainly no easy feat, especially at Martinsville.
Here goes Daniel Michel.
He'll be a threat.
Got him.
When he clears him, yeah, he got him by a mile. But question is he going to stay for the race? Oh, we got one on the wall. It's definitely a interesting scenario. You're leading the race, but you're claiming you're not going to race the full race. Does it change knowing you have what it takes to win? As speaking of not winning, Hightower is really high and park it
up in the wall.
Parked it.
Yeah. Now he's way down the order. Hightower got a little bit out of line there. He's gonna drop all the way to plumb last. 17
Yeah, it looked like he was. Yeah, it looked like he was sliding into the corner and just locked it up, trying to keep the car out of the wall, and Hoskins had nowhere to go. Made some slight contact. I don't know if that's going to affect Hoskins, as he's already dropping.
He's behind.
Well, yeah, he's way in the back of the pack now, so I don't know if that's going to cause any further damage.
He's behind Bednarz, which is tough enough as it is. He has to finish at least 7 spots ahead of Bednarz.
Yeah, you had the qualifying position, but it's a whole entirely different thing. Racing for a position here, qualifying, doing simple lap runs here. Yeah, you can show your speed here, but it's battling side by side on a one-lane track here. It's going to make a difference.
I think it's important to note that both of Hoskins' incidents in these opening 7 laps have both been involved with William Hightower.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier in the stream, we'll expect to see some tempers flaring here today, so I wonder if we're going to see it between Hightower and Hoskins today.
We just might. You never know. Hoskins, of course, it's very, very early on, but I think if we get later in the race, the bumper comes to it. You know, you got to get those spots. Got to get one. Got to get a couple. Here goes. Landon Bednar's up the inside of his teammate. Does Parker Vance play the team game here? Does he get out of the way?
Oh, we got one. I think that was close.
Lockup, yeah.
Oh.
No, we're good though.
From what I saw, the 99 of Ben Kuhn tried squeezing whoever was on his outside, and that nearly spun him. I don't know if it got him sideways.
Car in the back.
Sideways. We got somebody in the back. Yeah.
That's Eve Nyman.
It's good. The rookie. Yeah. Oh, he is struggling. I
Having
guess American
some
tracks are just
trouble.
not for him. But that was interesting because I did see Kurt Bray.
Oh, car on the wall. Car on the wall. Caution is out. It is Kurt Bray.
Oh, there it is. It's Kurt Bray.
First of the day.
Caution. Yeah, first of the day here as he's around into the inside wall. Speaking of which, Michelle just almost tank slapped the wall and exit. And back.
Getting a little racy here. Let's take a look at what happened here with Kurt Bray. Caution brought to you by Tape Fi Artist, as always. And this is a replay. You're looking at the 99. Looks like they kind of stacked up in front of him.
Oh, looks like he just gassed it up too early. Yeah.
So not the start you want if you're Kurt Bray. He's down in 17th right now. We got some pits coming your way. Sean Purcell is in. Jonathan Green, William Hightower are both in. So is Kurt Bray.
Yeah, I don't know if it's possible, but I would like to try and get a replay on, I think, the lap, like the corner before Kurt Bray spun. I don't know. It was a lap, it was either a lap or a corner before. He tried squeezing somebody. Yeah, I think it was right here. He tried squeezing, I think, David Morales, and I swear I could have saw him got sideways.
We'll see. Yeah, I remember seeing a little bit of smoke.
It definitely looked like it. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it looked definitely.
There it was.
Yeah, I think it was right. Yeah, right here.
Contact
See, I
with
knew I was
Sean Purcell. Ran out of space.
Yeah, he just tried to squeeze him into the corner. Nearly spun the car. A great effort from keeping the car from doing a full 360 here.
Incredible save. Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that spin right there may have caused some flat spots, which may have led to his spin just a lap later.
Yeah, it was a pretty big lockup. He slid about halfway down the straightaway, and right now he's running 17th, so he's got a long ways to go. Daniel Michel, stop me if you've heard this before, is the leader, 14 laps in.
If I were behind him, I'd just plow through him. Someone's got to put their foot in it.
Well, restarting third is going to be the rookie, Cole Snyder.
He could win a lot of fans here tonight by doing that. Just saying.
Just by dumping him.
I'll shoot the messenger, folks. I'm just saying.
Theoretically, of course.
Yeah.
In Minecraft. So they're going to line him back up, rack him up one more time. 1 to green as the lights go off on top of the pace car. Stage, by the way, is end of 90 for those wondering at home.
This is a long race. My goodness.
It is, but
24 hours of Vantage Pro Series was kind of crazy.
Well, luckily there's a session time limit. Hopefully we don't hit it, though. We'll see if we can get a good green flag run here. Coming back to green. And you know what? Why not? Let's go Vantage full throttle. 18 laps down, 208 to go, 19 now. Totally didn't watch that. Still Daniel Michelle leading the way. And don't look now, Cole Snyder, the rookie, in second place. Could we see a new challenger?
I was just going to mention that. He not only passed one of the veterans in Kyle Purcell, but he cleared him, and he's putting up a gap on him. So a great running from the rookie here tonight. Perhaps we'll see a first-time winner in his first-time start, especially considering Daniel Michelle. He said he wasn't going to run the full race, but if I were this rookie here, I would probably be making the boots of Daniel Michelle shake just a little bit. I think he's closing the gap ever so slightly, too.
Are you saying that Michelle's shivers perhaps may have been timbered a little bit?
I believe so, especially considering he's making his first VPS start today. So don't shoot the messenger here yet again, but I think Daniel Michelle might get intimidated a little bit today.
You just might. We'll have to see how that plays out. Speaking of playing out, the Bednarz versus Hoskins scenario. Don't forget, Sean Purcell is also 7 points ahead of Hoskins. So if Hoskins can get 7 points ahead of Sean Purcell, he will be in.
So this entire battle between Bednarz and Hoskins for the final transfer slot could be nothing if we see a DNF from Sean tonight. I don't think that's likely. He's having not too bad of a run. He's running currently P13. Maybe just playing the long-term game here.
Yep, trying to get to the end perhaps. You never know, but Hoskins is right there. He's going to get a couple more spots and he'll be in technically on points. And of course, a win would help as well.
Yeah, but considering that Michelle has already put up a second gap, not looking too likely.
Michelle won 4 in a row. If he stays for this full race and won it, of course that would be 5 in a row. Already won 10 on the season. By the way, folks, the record for most wins in any Vantage season, in any Vantage league, in any game, is 10. He's tied the record.
Yeah, and well, probably me and Chief will probably break that when we both start iRacing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, the two Roblox backstretch battles champions.
A real sim. Sean Purcell, excuse me, Kyle, Sean's brother, is closing in now. Back to Cole Snyder. The rookie has lost a little bit of time to Daniel Michelle.
Yeah, and this battle right here between Purcell and Snyder will allow for Michelle to probably open up that gap a little bit more, especially if they're going to battle side by side. They won't have the optimal exit on either lane here. So if these two start battling, Michelle is probably going to lap them maybe by another second or two.
Yeah, he can pull out a gap. It's already 1.3 seconds. A few laps ago, it was only 1. So
yeah,
pace.
But right now, with things, you know, if they go as planned, the battle between Snyder and Purcell is the battle for the leader now.
Yeah, theoretically.
It depends.
Michelle, is he sandbagging? Is he not? Is he trying to get false hopes up for the fans? All his haters at home? Hard to say.
Me personally, I would give him a penalty if he's doing that. Rigging the race. Race manipulation even.
A fake starting park?
Yep. Look now, but Parker Vance, he 14. He's not
caution's
out.
And it's Hoskins in the wall.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hoskins in a must advance. Oh, the 21 is also around. It's Tyler Smith. What happened there?
Man, we got a lot of issues.
First, we'll see what happened with Hoskins. Caution brought to you by Tapefy Artists. Use code DRIVE at checkout for a special discount. Let's take a look. Todd Lee. Those two have a history, by the way.
Oh no. Yeah.
But was there contact? Oh, just a little bit.
Oh, there was. Oh no.
Small touch of the wall.
Ooh. I don't know if that's too bad a damage, especially considering these cars. I want to see what happened to the 21 here.
Here's the 21. There you can see the wreck with Hoskins off of.
Oh, he just got.
Oh no! And Todd Lee.
Oh!
Could it be karma? I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like karma hit him almost immediately after. Ow, that's
tough. Tough luck for the 21.
That's tough. Yeah.
Does anyone come in?
Oh,
Vance.
I wonder how that's gonna affect Hoskins. That doesn't look like too big of a hit, but with these Gen 7 cars, any sort of hit can be a day ender here, or at least require a fast repair. They only are allowed one fast repair, so you can imagine even with the amount of damage he has, he doesn't want to waste it this early in the race, especially considering Martinsville is probably one of the most junkyard-esque races you could. It's the closest thing you'll get to a organized demolition derby.
Yep, absolutely it is. So, you know, I expect half these cars to be pretty banged up by the end of this race. So I think you kind of just, you go until your car can't, and then maybe it's time for fast repair. But until then, keep on pushing.
Yeah, I mean, if you lose maybe a couple like miles an hour off your top speed, it's no big deal here because you don't really reach your top speed of this track. You maybe top out a 120ish here, and then you go back down into the double digits. So losing maybe some fender, some bumper, getting your side doors maybe banged up a little bit doesn't affect you because there's no use for aerodynamics with this track.
Absolutely, just the car, just old short track racing, old school.
Yeah, as
racing.
long as your engine, radiator, anything doesn't break like that. Toe link, you're fine. You can take the beating.
Well, we're going to see some more beating and begging here. Daniel Michel will lead us back to green. He's got Kyle Purcell behind him, the rookie Cole Snyder on his outside. He's going to have a chance at a really good start here. Into the restart zone, green flag, and look at that, leaving him in the dust. Here goes Kyle Purcell jumping into second pretty easily. Look at the move here, 3 wide in the middle.
That was a great start by Daniel Michel to get out to an early lead here. Now Kyle Purcell was able to get past the rookie Snyder here, so I expect at least somewhat of a battle here. Now that Purcell doesn't have to battle alongside anybody.
Here comes Morales with a bit of a bump.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. Ooh.
There's the bumper, there's the bumper. What kind of move does he give him here into turn 3? Oh, another bump, a big bump. Around he goes.
A self spin.
And we stay. No, we don't. Oh, another.
Oh, no.
Caution is out. We almost stayed green.
Oh my goodness.
We saw it happen in real time.
Oh, that's got it on live coverage too. Main spotlight and everything, and you spun yourself out trying to move the guy out of the way.
Yep, good job.
Oh, that's got to stink for a bit.
Cole Snyder for holding on to that. Unbothered.
Yeah, unfazed even. That was insane.
Let's take a look. We saw it in real time, but caution number 3, they're starting to breed each other. I'll tell you what. Pause.
What?
Let's get another view here of the 71.
Yeah, that was
there's the bump. That was a mid-corner run.
Yeah.
Held on to it. Everyone had to get out of his way. He got on the curb and then overcooked it.
Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely gotta hurt the ego a little bit. You're trying to welcome the rookie to the big leagues here, and you just end up spinning yourself. I don't know if you tried to wreck him, but I know there's that one saying, rule number 1 of stock car racing: you gotta learn to wreck somebody without wrecking yourself.
Yeah, I don't think he was trying to wreck him. He was trying to maybe give him a welcome to the VPS. Driving rather aggressively. It's only lap 38.
Yeah, I was gonna say these guys are giving each other the bumper. They're sending dive bombs, and we're not even in the double digits in terms of laps done. We're not even to lap 50 yet. We're still like maybe a quarter of the way done. Maybe a fifth or something. I don't know. I'm not a math guy.
Math. Yeah, we're actually nearing not even a fifth. It's pretty early as Parker Vance is in the pits. Hopefully no major damage to him. I don't think I saw anything going on with the 27 machine. There he comes.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to maybe get some fresh tires, top him some fuel, maybe go on an alternative strategy here. He hasn't been up front really ever, so he's just kind of doing whatever he can to try and get some laps up front.
I think his car is sponsored by the PPE Truck Series, not just PPE engines. No, it says Amarillo, Texas. Okay. Thought for a second.
I was gonna say, wow, getting sponsored by a defunct series. What are we, CART?
Well, all right, buddy. Respect the championship auto racing teams and respect the PPE Truck Series. Speaking of PPE Truck Series, champion of season 1 of PPE Truck Series, Sean Purcell, restarting 16th. He's got a lot of work to do. Luckily, I think everyone's on the lead lap.
Yeah,
Sure
just
are.
wait until we start Saber Series. This is leaked info coming out right now. We're starting.
Whoa, whoa.
Not just rumors, we're starting. Maybe when I spread misinformation.
Misinformation contest. All right, here we go. Green flag coming out right now. Daniel Michel looking to get another good start, and he does exactly that. But look at that. Kyle Purcell, not too shabby. Outside lane for the first time, gets into second and holds it into turn one.
Yeah, that was definitely a great jump from Kyle Purcell to at least stay within range of Daniel Michel here. Although Daniel Michel was still able to get that great launch off the restart here, Kyle Purcell not going to go down too easily here. So it looks like we're going to get through the first couple of laps without any incident here.
I think Kyle has some pretty good pace. Gap's only 0.2 of a second. Does he give the bumper?
Yeah, he's closing. The gap was maybe a car length here. Maybe it's about half a car length now. So he is definitely.
Oh, car's in the wall.
Oh, what's going
Miles
on?
and
Oh, take a look at what he did.
There's some connection issues there with the 48, but again, he's in the wall.
Oh, he just tanked it right there. He's wall riding Ross Chastain. My goodness.
Ben Kuhn, by the way, comes in 20 points behind the cut line. He needs, essentially, a win, all things considered.
Yeah, that's going to put him down a handful of laps here because this track is so short. Hitting under the green will put you down a handful of laps here. So he is going to be in a bit of a predicament for the time being.
He's going to need a bit of a miracle if he wants to win this one. He'll need a bit of a miracle if he wants to get on the lead lap, especially if he has damage to fix. It's going to be
I would imagine so after tank slapping the wall, hitting it just a lot, honestly. Surprised he didn't like blow a tire, get a tire rub or anything.
Yeah, he hit it a couple of times. In the pits now, he'll be at least probably 5 to 10 laps down, I would imagine. Still in there. There goes Michelle again. That's 2.
No, we've had, what, 3-4 cautions now, but if I go down more than 5 laps, I would just log off for the night. There's no point. I mean, you only get 1 lap back per caution, so you go down more than 5 laps, you're pretty much out of this thing.
Yeah, you're...
Granted, we do still have more than 150 laps to go, but still, your odds look...
You're pretty grim.
Yeah.
But you never know until you try, I guess. Can't give up. Gotta try something.
Yeah, and speaking of trying something, look at Hoskins. He's rebounded from going from the back to the front here and getting involved in a crash. He has made some significant progress, challenging here for 5th place on Kurt Bray.
As Ben Kuhn's back out on track, he's trying to get past Kurt Bray. Sean Purcell's in 13th. Hoskins is in 6th. That would make them tied right now for points.
Yeah, so this is looking great. And Bednarz is only P11, so Purcell, Bednarz are at the mercy of Jacob Hoskins right now. So if he can continue to... Yeah, this is surprising here.
And just as we say that, he almost overdrives the corner. But
I don't know if he was over. I don't know if he overdrove it. I thought it looked to me that he was just trying to get
in there.
Kurt Bray out of the way. Yeah, he's just trying to do it to just get in there. Maybe we're gonna see what David Morales tried to do to
there's the bump
and give him the bumper. Yeah, the bumper's right there. He's faster, especially with the rookie slowing up Kurt Bray. Hoskins making small mistakes, subtle mistakes that, although don't cost him a lot now, it will help. It will hurt him down the line here.
Again,
so he's got to. I think he's letting it get to his head. He knows he's faster than these dudes. He's seen him overdrive the corner. Oh my goodness! And he's gonna lose the time to Kurt Bray and Snyder. I just think he needs to approach this with a calm mindset. Yes, you're right there. Yes, you're in striking distance, but you need to think of this in the long term. You're burning up your tires, flinging it in there, just being aggressive, and then you lose time hitting the wall out of these corners. He needs to obviously just kind of calm himself down, let himself know that he has more than 150 laps still left in this thing.
Yeah, he's looking good right now. He's got the pace. He's right back to the back bumper of the 99 as they both bounce off the wall on the exit of 4 into 1. And look at, I know we've talked about him a bit already, but there's the rookie Eve Nyman. What about Cole Snyder?
Yeah. Speaking of, I was going to mention, he's doing not too shabby for himself, sitting just 1 spot away from the podium position here. And he's in the midst of a battle between one of the veterans here in BPS of Kurt Bray in the 99 and almost within reach of William Hightower.
Yeah, a top 2 finish here on your debut would be, or top 3 rather, would be pretty good as we see some lapped car action.
Ooh, that's going to stack him up just a little bit. Oh, man, I would love to see how this plays out. He's just going to go really wide.
Oh, Hoskins gives a 99 the bumper. Kurt Bray halfway around.
Kurt Bray's going to be too happy about that later down. He's going to remember that.
Important to know that puts Hoskins in 5th. I mean, that's 1 point to the good. He's 8 spots ahead of Sean Purcell.
Yeah, that would put him and I think Bednar's right as the final 2 to advance.
Oh, another bump!
Purcell. Oh,
caution is out. I would imagine that's what it was for.
Oh no!
And if that's the case, it's going to be an EOL for Hoskins.
Yeah, I was talking about it. He needs to approach this with a calm mindset. You can't be trying to be so aggressive so early on. We saw how that works out for other drivers. We saw it with William Hightower. He got aggressive and almost fell back. Actually, I think he wrecked, and then we saw that with David Morales, who also spun out.
So caution number 4, I think, on the day. And we saw it happen in real time. Let's see the action between those two.
Absolute heartbreaker for Hoskins. I mean, he's showing speed today. He just can't seem to quite shake those mistakes he's been making throughout the entire season here.
I think maybe the 83 was trying to get out of the way. I don't know. He just drove it into
I don't know, actually. I don't know. I feel like the 83 might have gotten on the brakes a little too early. I mean, as a general rule of thumb, you know, you got to adjust your braking points to the car ahead, but I can kind of see where Hoskins could make an argument here, saying that the 83 may have perhaps braked a little too early here.
Early, yeah. Looked like he just might have. Did he get an EOL? We'll find out. Hopefully.
Yeah, nothing yet from, at least not that I can see. So you obviously have the access to the admin chat, so I'd imagine you can announce all the penalties. But from my standpoint, I don't see anything being called right now. So, but he is looking like he's heading to the back of the field. I don't know if I agree with that though.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
On second look, I don't know. It's hard to say. I think it was 50-50.
I feel like that could be chalked up as a racing incident. No one should be really penalized for that, honestly, if it's a racing incident. But hey, better the racing officials making the calls than me. There's a reason there's a reason they're the race directors and I'm on commentator.
That's true. Yeah.
They obviously have a better judgment. They know more on the iRacing side than I do, so I do respect their calls for the most part. I do feel like this may, honestly, I mean, I could see where they're coming from.
Yeah, I can see he kind of drove into the back of him, didn't let up. I think the precedent was set a few laps before from when he ran over the 99. So
yeah,
that happening a lap later didn't do him any favors.
Yes.
But nevertheless, here we go. Coming back to green. And it's the green 25 of Daniel Michel leading the way again. He's got Cole Snyder behind him and Kurt Bray starting in 5th behind them. Here we go. By the way, Derek Fye. Oh, it's a terrible start for the outside.
Oh no.
It's a terrible start for Derek Fye. I wasn't even finished complimenting him yet.
Commentary curse struck before you even finish your sentence. This is a whole new meta of commentary curse.
That might be the first ever pre-commentary curse.
You're starting to read your thoughts, honestly. They're starting to read your thoughts. And I saw someone go wide. I think that might have been Morales going wide off that final turn there. I don't know if it was.
Here's Bednar's in the 20. I was going to say that Derek Fye, he's 10 points behind Bednar's and Sean Purcell. So he's up there in 5th right now. He's running pretty decent. Hoskins in 14th. Sean Purcell in 12th, so it's not good enough right now. So see the battle between the 10 and the 71 for 8th place. Can Kyle go around the outside?
Smith.
Yeah, that's Tyler
It's going
Smith.
to be a little bit of a hurdle to get past them while they're battling here. Purcell's going to try and send it on the outside. Oh my goodness!
What a move! He got him. Kyle
Wow.
Purcell. Very impressive driving from the 10 right now. As he locks up a little bit there.
Oh, no.
Just as I say that, my goodness. Sends it up a little bit too deep. We'll give him some space. Cole Snyder running in second, the rookie. Doing well up front.
From the looks of it now, I think Daniel Michel is in fact winning the entirety of this race.
Yeah, he said, I knew it. I knew he was bluffing. He's a competitor. He's not just going to give up not necessarily a free win, but let's be honest, it's a very strong pace right now from Daniel Michel.
The racer who cried DNF. Yeah, we don't believe that anymore, Daniel Michel. Your tricks won't work on us. We can see right through you.
We see right through it. He was trying to throw us for a loop, trying to give us something to talk about. Oh, 17 in the wall, 45 in the wall. Car half spinning in the back. It's Bednar's. He's going to lose some spots, which is good for the likes of Hoskins and Derek Fye. Where's Hoskins? Still on the lead lap in 14th. Sean Purcell just got past him. So Sean now, if it finishes like this, Sean and Bednar's are through. Hoskins and Fye are out.
Yeah,
And Ben Kuhn
I
as well.
think, again, going back to Hoskins here, I think that penalty may have gone to his head. You see him off the pace a lot. Nearly 4 seconds separates him and Parker Vance, so something's definitely going wrong with Hoskins here. He's just got to get his head back in the game. You got to have the mentality of it's being a race car driver is the same mentality as being a baseball pitcher. You can't live in the past. You can't obviously get caught up on your mistakes. You gotta forget and continue on, because if you as a baseball pitcher, if you keep getting caught up on your past mistakes, you're gonna start throwing balls, hitting pitchers, throwing more home runs. It applies to the same as race car drivers. You focus on your past mistakes, you're gonna be bound to make those mistakes, commit more mistakes, and just obviously not perform as well as we're seeing from Hoskins.
Yep, it's a perfect opportunity to prove that he's got that playoff mentality, that winner's mentality, as we see a bump here from the 10. 99, Kyle Purcell. Kurt Bray's taking a bit of a beating out there, to be honest.
Hey, he's kind of, I'm honestly trying to figure out who hasn't made contact with Kurt Bray this race. He's kind of just gotten a beating from everybody, everywhere.
Yeah, the Kurt Bray punching bag. And Kyle Purcell, I think he stopped for tires. When was his last pit stop? Yeah, lap 59 was his last pit, so he's slicing and dicing through the field right now. Here he goes again for third. Kyle Purcell with a massive pace advantage. We saw him making moves around the outside, up the inside this time. He's into the top three, and I think Cole Snyder, a bit of a sitting duck right now. As the 45 fights back.
Hightower's, yeah, he's putting up a fight. Now, Snyder's just a sitting duck, seeing the vast pace difference between Purcell and him. It's only a matter of time before he gets around Snyder and tries to make a challenge on Michel. Boy who cried wolf.
Here he comes again up the inside. Kyle Purcell back into second place. With a bit of a wiggle off of 4, he's got the pace. He's got 1.4 seconds to gain on Daniel Michel. Can he do it? We are 13 laps away from the end of the stage.
Definitely see him close a few tenths every lap. But not with, I don't know. Yeah, he's definitely closing. It's just, it's going to be, how many, you said we have 13 laps here. We're just about.
Just about.
I think that's more than enough time, especially with how much he's closing in already. I think that's more than enough time to get past him. Not even just to catch him, but to pass him. Potentially put him a gap.
Yeah, so the tire difference at Martinsville seems to be absolutely massive.
Is that again?
Hightower trying to make a move for third. Doesn't work out this time. Looks like Hoskins has gained a little bit of momentum. He's closing up to the back of this pack here. Oh, block up there from Nyman. Who he bumped?
Nyman is obviously a lap down to Hoskins, but this is just a battle for on-track position, not actual live positions here. It's more or less just trying to get around the guy you wrecked, which is obviously always going to be a struggle because, is he going to run through?
I think he accidentally.
Looks like it.
overbroke, honestly, for that
I
corner. I
don't
don't know if it was
know.
on purpose or not, but Hoskins gets past him. Now he has points paying positions in front of him. He's got to
I
get a
feel
couple.
like, honestly... Ooh, speaking of the battle, look at this. Battle for the lead here between Daniel Michelle and Kyle Purcell. Looking.
He's got a significant pace advantage, does Kyle.
I would just bump him out of the way.
How
Just let him
defensive
know.
does the 25 get here? He's going to try and go around the outside. I don't think it's going to work this time. Here he comes, trying to make a move. Gets cut off.
Oh.
Cuts him off. Oh, a bump. Using the bumper now.
Oh, goodness.
We'd love to see that. A little bit of action here. Getting a little
Actually,
bit aggressive.
Helped
Elbows
him
out.
of the corner.
Helped him. Here we go again, round 2. Into turn 3 seems to be the
Oh,
spot
he's
that
definitely
Kyle
going to get him here.
wants to make the move.
Yeah, right there.
Not enough space.
Oh, my
Contact there.
goodness.
Pushes him out of the way. Kyle Purcell goes through to the lead. Daniel Michelle down to second. He's still struggling for grip.
That was probably one of the most risky dive bombs we've seen this race so far.
And these guys are just racing for pride out there because both of them are through to the next
Yeah.
round. As Hoskins comes into the pits.
Oh, he cleared him. Not only did he clear him, he's spinning the gap now.
Yeah,
So,
tires. Interesting strategy. So, I don't know. We
Yeah,
could see this come into play
honestly.
late race. Someone takes tires, even if it means they lose track position. You have a massive
well,
pace
even with the stage break coming up here in a bit, I expect them to both pit and now be on the same strategy, at least for now. So
Yeah.
this is going to work heavily in Kyle Purcell's favor,
Yeah,
at least on paper.
on paper, of course. Yeah, he took the risk, and I don't know. Seems to have gone his way. 1.5 seconds is the gap. Michelle trying to close him in, but he's got
Yeah,
4 laps.
if we were, you know, not taking a stage break here, I feel like that would be a bit of a bold strategy being on an alternate. But with the stage break coming up, that should put them theoretically on the same strategy during the pit cycles under the stage break here. So a great move in theory by Kyle Purcell.
Yeah, unless he doesn't take tires, elects to stay on the alternate strategy. We'll see what he does in about 2 laps time for the stage caution. But it's going to be 3 playoff points going to the next round if Purcell holds on to this for another lap and a half. Just Kurt Bray going a little slowly. He's running in 6th. Derek Fye trotting around in 7th.
Yeah, and you know what I just realized with the Hoskins pit there is that just further just damaged his chances of advancing here. He's going to be put down 2 laps, so he will not be the last car a lap down. That will go to Neiman.
Yeah.
So Hoskins is in a bit of a predicament here. His race has gone from good to bad to worse to just downright horrible.
Running in 14th. He had, I think it was 5th or 6th place at one point. He was technically above
I
the
feel
cut
like-
line.
I don't even feel like this would be a valid hate watch anymore. It's just downright sad.
And I think once the top 6 cross the line here, we should be getting a stage caution at some point. Maybe. I'm sure it'll come out at some point. As Purcell continues to lead, 2.9 seconds is the gap.
Imagine if you just got the stage caution wrong. There is no stage caution.
That
It would
could
be
have
quite the laugh on your part.
Could be quite the
Quite the prank.
got Kurt pranked. Quick was 40% of
Get that checked on,
225.
buddy.
There it is. Caution is out.
Oh, there it is. I guess you just got your numbers wrong, buddy.
Very possible. Order stayed the same. Purcell, Michelle, and Cole Snyder getting one single playoff point. Doesn't mean much to him, but
Getting a few bars right there. Purcell, Michelle. I like the way you flow, funny man.
here we go into the pits. Ooh, the 10.
So yeah, that's
Big
gonna put him on
lunge.
the same strategy here, as I talked about.
The whole top 9, 10 are in. Looks like everyone's going to be pitting here. Does Landon Bednar's come in as well? Looks like the whole field is going to be in the same strategy. Eve Nyman's going to get his lap back. Hoskins probably get a lap back. Same with all these guys behind him. Ben Kuhn, Parker Van Stodley. Wave arounds galore. We'll see if anyone takes a shorter pit stop. There goes Kyle Purcell. He is out. And that was pretty quick from the 10 crew. 6.12 seconds, so probably only fuel there for the 10 team. So it looks like he's sticking to the alternate tire strategy.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. I'm going to like that one. I feel like you seized the opportunity to obviously get ahead of him for the stage points, but...
Oh, and don't look now at the pylon. Is Daniel Michel's starting park coming true?
Oh no. My parlay.
Looks like he's done for the time being, at least.
Oh.
So,
I had a parlay that would have him complete 96 laps.
unbelievable. Just lost the house.
1 lap short. Yeah, I'm going to live on the streets because of Daniel Michel.
Ruined your parlay.
Better not come into this chat here talking about starting party. I'm upset with you now. Just lost the house.
It's absolutely over for the Purge family.
Yeah, well, now what I gotta do? Fucking. Ooh!
Whoa,
my apologies.
this is not going.
What do I gotta do? Sell my diecast now?
Gonna have to, to pay the fine that we're about to have to pay for the FCC.
50 driver's points here. Serious, I'm not even competing. You know, I'm so cooked. My debut, I'm gonna be in the negatives. Oh, great.
If you start for the Vindy 500, you're gonna be starting from the pit lane. Drive-through penalty.
Yeah, pit lane start plus a 5-lap drive-through. I gotta drive through every lap for 5 laps. I'm so cooked. And a 5-second penalty on top of that to the race finish.
Kyle Purcell comes to green this time, leads the way. It's an open race now. Anyone can win. Green flag in the air. The 10 leads us away. And look at those cars in the back trying to jump this out there. Get a Kyle Busch-esque start. And another start to the outside.
This is definitely going to be interesting because we know Kyle Purcell is on the alternate strategy here with older tires.
Here he
Rookie
comes.
Snyder's going to look to the inside. No, he doesn't.
He thought about it.
This is, yeah, he definitely thought about it for a second there. Thought better and decided to tuck back in. But now it's the question of can Kyle Purcell continue to put up a gap or even defend these guys on fresher tires?
It'll be interesting to see for sure. There's probably about a 20-ish lap difference between the tires from the 17 versus the 10.
Yeah, that 17's definitely got a speed advantage here when it comes to tires. Look at him, he's sticking onto his bumper.
Oh, Morales, there's a car around.
Oh, it's a caution.
Oh, a couple cars involved.
Oh, junkyard. Whoa.
20's involved.
Great avoidance there.
We're going to see exactly what happened. As we were talking about the leaders, we had a bit of an incident further back in the field.
Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. We're just the next rendition of Fox.
So let's see here. What happened with all these drivers? It says Larry Miles was the first one involved, so we'll see what happened with him. Looking at the 30.
We went wide.
Went really wide. Got Jonathan Green up his inside. Oh, contact there. Around he goes. Derek Fye.
Cause everybody to.
Oh, Bednars. That's a big hit from Bednars. It's a big hit from Bednars.
That might be a game changer right there.
Landon Bednars.
Hoskins
in the
is
pits.
The last car, or Hoskins is the first car lap down. So Hoskins will be back on the lead lap here.
He will be.
With Bednar's pitting.
For damage, even if it is a quick repair, he's still going to lose a lot of time.
Yeah, this cutoff line for the playoffs here has just gotten a lot more interesting. Oh no!
He missed his pit stall.
Mishap. Mishap on pit road for Bednars.
A disaster for the 20 team.
Oh goodness!
There he goes. He gets going, but that took probably way longer than it should have. He still gets around the
now
46.
Hoskins is gonna. Looks like he might line up directly behind him too.
We'll see where they are once it cycles through. Hoskins is actually.
And Sean Pitt too. That's wow.
Hoskins is in as well.
This is definitely going to get interesting in the back here, in the back of the field. Obviously, you have Sean Purcell, Landon Bednars, and Jacob Hoskins all fighting for that final transfer spot. Out of the 3, only 2 will advance, and right now Hoskins is below that cut line, so he is trying to make a last-ditch effort to try and advance himself into the round of what is
6?
Round of 6.
That's right.
Interesting.
Eliminating 3 drivers per round. Then we get a championship 3 race at Homestead as Hoskins. And there's Bednars again in the pits. Comes out behind him. Question is, are they both in the lead lap? Did Bednarz really not lose a lap from that? Very interesting. All right. Well, that shakes things up for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say, this thing has just become a lot more interesting.
As we're about to go green flag racing, we'll keep an eye on that. Don't forget, Derek Fye, he was 10 points back coming in. He needs a bit of a miracle. It's kind of going his way right now. But we'll see what happens the rest of the race. Green flag in the air, and it's Kyle Purcell getting an absolutely incredible start. Look at that jump. Cole Snyder, though, deep into turn 1. And contact there with the 71. He's around. Caution is out. Caution is out. Hightower, I think he just straight drove into him. We're going to have to see what happened.
Yeah, that was definitely interesting. Wow.
But,
oh, cautions breed cautions.
Yeah, it's happened here. I think that's number 6 on the day. And let's go to see what happened with the 71. Middle of your screen there. 45 to his inside. That's William Hightower. Oof. Oh, wow.
Ooh,
Netcode.
like,
there was a bit of a bubble there.
I think what might have happened is obviously the combination of netcode, and I think Hightower may have just locked the car up a little bit here into 1, and obviously the netcode did not help whatsoever.
Let's see here into 1. Get a good angle of this. He never really touches
You see
it.
the smoke. Locked the car up a little bit, sent them up the track because he locked the tires up, and then obviously the netcode took over from there. Or at least that's what I see.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Netcode, lag bubble, whatever you want to call it. No actual contact made on our point of view, at least. But sent the 71 around, and now he'll be in trouble. Long day gets longer for the 71. So Kyle will continue to lead here. Cole Snyder will continue to be in second. Looks like Tyler Smith is also out of the race, seemingly at least. As they continue to drop by like flies, with now Michelle out and seemingly Tyler Smith out, that's 2 less spots that the likes of Hoskins, Derek Fye, all those guys have to work with for this playoff cut line. So it's putting more pressure on these guys. Hoskins now has to finish, of course, 8 spots ahead of Sean Purcell, which would be P3. P2 even.
Yeah, with these cars dropping like flies, it's going to be a little harder for Hoskins to try and get ahead of the 2, but it's not impossible as of now.
It's not. He's running 9th right now. Sean is right behind him in 11th. Kyle Purcell will lead us back to green this time. He's gotten good restarts. So has Cole Snyder, looking to win on debut. Look at the 99 of Kurt Bray. He doesn't want to get caught sleeping, and he doesn't. It's a good job. Oh no, Kurt!
Oh no!
Kurt Bray. Caution.
Oh my goodness.
The lights. Too bright, perhaps.
Turn those lights off.
No, that's exactly what Daniel Michelle said on the podcast. Caution again. Taylor Fye, you are getting your limelight today. Let's see what happens.
I can't wait for the Indy 500 and get my money's worth.
Oh.
Actually, wait, I gotta see how much funds I have.
Let's see here. This was coming to the restart. He just
revved it. Luckily, no one else was involved. But that's at least a loss of maybe 1,000 aura points there.
Yeah, on main, in front of everybody. Well, that's another spot for Sean Purcell and Jacob Hoskins. And Bednarz.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, interesting turn of events. Where's Kurt Bray? I just got a notification that he crashed again.
What? No way. You're lying.
This was a replay from a few minutes ago. A few seconds ago, even. Oh no, maybe because he was coming to a near stop there. Alright, we're all good. Kurt Bray's still alive. You're telling me there's a chance.
Hooray!
Sean
Hold off the suicide parties, folks.
Sean Purcell
Not over.
in the pits. Could he be going for an alternate? No, I said before the race that he was pretty much safe. He's actually just 10 above the cut line. Same with Landon Bednarz. Whoa, Kyle. Warming up those tires aggressively. All right, we're coming to green. They're going to stack them up again. Hopefully we get another restart that's actually clean this time.
Yeah, let's hope no one else just bins it on the restart here.
Bednarz and Hoskins.
Oh, look now, but look at Neiman. Neiman's all the way up inside the top.
Casually
10
into
for the
sixth.
first time tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 rookies inside the top 6 there. Can it get better? Coming to green.
Saber series.
Green flag in the air.
What a great start from Kyle Purcell here.
Absolutely stellar jump. Can Cole Snyder.
Oh no!
Oh, they're wrecking again. Oh, it's Hoskins.
I saw it just out of frame.
Oh, it's Hoskins and Neiman.
Yeah, I just saw it just out of frame. Neiman got just completely looked like spun around, and I assumed the Hoskins and whoever it was had no time to react and got collected in it.
We're gonna find out what happened.
I knew it. I already knew. I smelled trouble. I saw Neiman up there, and I was like, oh no. I don't know about that one.
Even
No
Neiman
offense.
involved here. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, we fancy like Applebee's on a day, night.
All right.
So you see him get not too good of a start and just looks like he just... Oh, yeah, 3 wide. Got contact by Hoskins. A big hit right there.
Massive moment.
Strike 1.
Oh.
Oh! I didn't know what to expect, but that's not what I expected.
It's all going downhill for a lot of these guys. Hoskins now is back down a lap. You can see the damage on the 71. Neiman was having a good race until he wasn't. Cole Snyder, by the way.
It seems that everything that could have gone wrong for Jacob Hoskins has. And that's not a great thing to say, considering he's fighting for the final transfer spot here, and the guys he's fighting for are sitting currently 5th and 10th ahead of him.
Yeah, it's just not gone his way. Derek Fye, by the way, in P4, he could...
Yeah, Derek Fye
maybe
wins
sneak in.
tonight. He completely upsets. Knocks out, I believe...
He would knock out Hoskins and whoever's ahead.
Hoskins and Bednarz, I think. Yeah, actually,
Whoever's
yeah.
ahead between Bednarz and Sean Purcell. So you gotta be careful. Derek Fye's quietly...
He's been a sneaky threat all night tonight. We haven't mentioned him a lot on the stream, other than his wife.
Who's
it's bad when your wife's getting more attention than you, but perhaps he'll change that.
Maybe it could be the Friday night Fenders. Although even though it's Thursday night. But.
That's strike 2, buddy.
What was strike 1?
You saying massive and trying to get a reaction out of me.
When did I say that? That was completely unintentional if I did say that.
Uh-huh, sure it was.
Coming to green. Massive restart on the way for Kyle Purcell.
Yeah, there's strike 3.
Cole Snyder on the outside. Derek Fye on the outside. Right behind him, William Hightower. Can he get another good restart? Can we survive? Green flag in the air. Look at the jump there from the 10. He wants nothing to do with anybody. Into turn 1.
Oh, man.
71 with a bump.
So far, so clean. No real contact other than David Morales. They get through 1, and they get through 3 and 4.
Oh, Todd Lee. Dive bomb of the century. Whoa. Oh, no. Back at him. We're safe. No, we're not safe. Caution again.
Do it.
Todd Lee. 4 laps down, by the way. Sent it in there. It's getting chippy, folks. It's getting chippy. Sean Purcell, by the way, involved. He was the one involved in it. Let's see, you get a good view here. Here goes the 46. My goodness. He's safe here, and then he just...
What are you doing as a lap car, too? That is just unacceptable.
Parker Vance involved. The 51. Jonathan Green involved. Got a quick little replay there.
Yeah,
But
I don't know about that one.
I don't. Sean Purcell, does he have damage? Anything notable? He might be swerving the car like that to see if everything's okay. He's coming into the pits. We got Kurt Bray, Hoskins, Vance, Lee, Neiman, and Tyler Smith all multiple laps down, or at least one lap.
Yeah, this is the... just as we thought everything was going to go back to normal. Just got another controversy.
More controversy. 104 laps to go. We're getting there. We're trogging through this one. Derek Fye went down to 7th. Not the best restart for him, but honestly, other people had worse restarts. So consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, and Bednar's... oh. Yeah, Bednar's is up to P4.
That he is. So now he's in.
Well, yeah.
And Sean
A
Purcell
win
are
would
in.
obviously... yeah, if he wins, both him and Purcell would be safe. I would presume.
Unless Purcell can somehow lose 7 points to Hoskins or 10 points to Fye.
Yeah, but it's getting close.
If you're just joining us, we'll give you a little bit of a preview for the standings.
Okay, if you're just joining us, where the heck have you been?
We missed quite a bit. Ben Kuhn, kind of in a must-win situation. He's unfortunately... actually, he's back up to 8th. He was a couple laps down earlier. Derek Fye, running in 7th. He is 10 points back from Blandon Bednarz. And Hoskins, also 7 points back. Sean Purcell, tied with Bednarz at 2078. And then Todd Lee and William Hightower are pretty much just about safe. He would have to lose 17 points, I think, to Hoskins. Not very likely. Matter of fact, yeah, it would take a bit of a disaster. So we're coming back to green here. You're watching that playoff cut line all night long. Lap 124 of 225 down, almost 100 laps to go. And again, Kyle Purcell will lead the way here. We'll get a nice little aerial view. Green flag in the air. Look at this. The 71 already trying to get jumpy on the outside. Look at the 10. He's gone. Kyle Purcell with a great start. Hightower and Cole Snyder side by side. Further back, looks like we're surviving. Bednarz.
Yeah, they got through turn 1 relatively clean again, but...
oh, just as you say that.
oh my goodness.
Blocking up, going 3 wide. The 20's deep. 20's in the wall.
Oh, that's a hard hit into the wall. That's going to lose him a lot of spots here.
He's already down to 6. Derek Fye is going to try and get up his inside.
Open my fat mouth, huh? Gotta open my mouth.
Here comes Sean, by the way, who's not going to be too happy after getting involved with Todd Lee a little bit earlier.
Yeah, especially since Todd Lee's a lap car. I have no idea why he sends such a absurd dive bomb as a lap car.
It could have been tempers. Could have just been a missed braking zone, honestly. But I guess we'll never know. Derek Fye's down to 9th. Don't look now. Hoskins is only 1 lap down. He's the first car lap down, so he's 1 caution away, which, let's be honest, we might have at least 1 more.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not out of the question here.
Parker Vance and Kurt Bray. Oh, Kurt!
Whoa!
Kurt! Goodness gracious, buddy. The 99.
You guys are just,
Here he comes again.
oh, what's he? Yeah.
Kurt Bray getting really racy here. That's Jonathan Green in front of him. That's the spot for position. That's a points paying position right there. Derek Fye is up next. I think if you're Hoskins, it's important to be patient.
Yeah. There's still 90 or so laps left in this event here. Obviously, that's still, for a relatively short track like this, that's still a lot of laps to get something done.
Yeah, plenty of time. Just gotta be patient. You're a lap down right now, so don't force the issue. Just try and get back on the lead lap. As Miles working for a top 3 spot. Cole Snyder, by the way, still running comfortably in 2nd. Doing really well.
Yeah, it looks like everything's somewhat settled down, at least for the time being. Everybody got through that restart relatively well. Snyder has not lost a lot of time to Purcell. If he's lost anything, it's less than about a tenth though he's lost. He's actually gaining a little bit of time. He went down a tenth just now.
Snyder, if he can get out front, maybe he could have the pace to try and pull away. He's been basically second, I feel like, the entire race. Second or third.
Yeah. He's definitely had the speed. Even with Dana Michelle, he was at least like keeping somewhat pace with him. So you can only assume the speed he's keeping with Kyle Purcell here now.
There's Sean in 9th. Derek Fye in 8th. He's got to get 10 spots on these guys behind him. What's the over-under on someone trying the Chastain on the last lap?
If I'm expecting from anybody, it's definitely going to be Parker Vance. I think he's my pick.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to do. You know what? I'll message him right now and ask him to do it.
I don't think
last lap.
I don't think he'll have to do it. I don't think the admins would be too happy with that. Sean in the wall.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, I guess you're right, honestly. You should probably...
Sean lost a spot there to Kurt Bray. He's going slowly off of 4. Oh, a bump there. That's Todd Lee. Todd Lee getting racy again. Todd Lee getting a little bit sideways, and that's Jacob Hoskins and Todd Lee. What is this, round 4?
Oh, my goodness. This is like... shades of Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano, honestly. These guys have been going at it all season.
They're not even on the same lap, mind you. They're 3 laps apart. This is purely
out of spite.
Out of spite. Just
for the love of the game.
The love of hating. I actually kind of respect it, to be honest. We need rivalries like this in Vantage. Spark some emotion.
Yeah, the closest thing you have to a rivalry like this is Aesop Courage, Chief Dinker, but we don't race each other like this. We just call each other names. That's it.
I think Chase and RBN at least used to be pretty. Is there smoke on the track, by the way? What is that from?
Someone's probably smoking.
Oh, Todd Lee is getting so racy out there.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I feel like the admins are definitely gonna have something to say to him.
Nyman going slowly.
Oh no!
He's okay right now.
Nyman, whatever it is.
Sean Purcell is in the middle of the track.
He is on the bumper.
Oh my goodness!
What the heck?
Todd Lee just put Sean over the pit entry into the wall. That's got to be...
Look, I would park him for that. That looked almost 100% intentional. You look at the replay. He was on his bumper before the corner, before the braking zone. Just, oh my goodness.
I think that was building up for a couple laps.
That was dirty.
Let's get a cockpit view from that. We'll give Tayfi her due, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on. This is probably like the biggest caution of the race. You're gonna skip it. There you go. Shout out.
So Sean Purcell, but we're looking at Todd Lee is what we're looking at. So, all right, here we go. Todd Lee, you can see the 74 kind of backing him up there. Goes into the middle of the track, and I think that was it for Todd Lee. He had enough.
Yeah, you just... Oh, that was a hard hit into the outside. My goodness. Hit. Yeah, I don't know if we can get a better angle of this just to see what happened to Sean Purcell. And that's, you know who that benefit the most here?
Jacob Hoskins.
Jacob Hoskins,
massive benefit, actually, because he's going to get...
Yeah, that might take him out of the race, honestly. I don't know if he used his fast repair already. Wow, that car nearly went over.
Big hit. That might have been your flip.
That car could have gone over. That would have been it if he had had not been in the braking zone. If he had gone pedal to the metal, he would have gone over. I just don't imagine their iRacing officials let him continue after that. That looked almost as intentional as you can get here at Martinsville.
Yeah, that was... You mentioned Matt Kenseth versus Joey Logano. That was just about that level.
Yeah, we had the same... What was it? Darlington, we had a huge controversy when it came to intent wrecking.
Yeah, that was real rough. This was...
And that look pretty similar in terms of intent, at least.
Now the thing is with intent wrecking, that's a disqualification with no points and a race ban. So if the officials rule it intentional like that, he could be out of the playoffs. Todd
That
Lee
would put.
could be done. That would put.
Is he below the cut line or is he above the cut line?
He's above, but if he gets 0 points from today from a disqualification, and this is all speculation, of course.
Ooh.
Let's take a look, actually.
Yeah, if I were the iRacing officials, I would definitely take a look at that incident, considering the huge implication it has on the playoff standings heading into the next round. I would definitely take a closer look at it.
Todd Lee would be stuck at 2089 if he gets. Again, this is a huge if, but if he gets disqualified. And I'm sure we'll have a word from that later on. But that would mean Hoskins would only need to score 18 points total, which I think is it's like 16th place or something. He'd be pretty much fine.
Yeah, and that would pretty much secure him in because the rest of the cars are lap down or out. Awfully quiet in the server in the chats. It's awfully quiet. I don't know how crazy the admin chats are going right now, but I can only imagine.
I'm sure they're reviewing replays and angles and
Yeah,
if they
especially if
have the
I
throttle
was.
data.
Again, I'm not a part of the admin team, but if I was, I would definitely at least try to get that incident review because that may have just knocked Sean Purcell out of the playoffs.
It could. Where's Sean right now? He's still
still in the pits. Yeah.
And Hoskins is up to 6th. He's 7 spots ahead. Well, now he's in 7th, but the point remains. He's
Bednar's is in 11th. Sean Purcell's in 14th. He is right back in position to knock these guys out as he falls actually back to 10th now. But still,
what's going on with Hoskins?
I would love to. I don't know. I just. It's there's obviously no room in Vantage for dirty intent ranking, but if you do, you obviously have to get that reviewed. You can't just let it go under the rug.
I think another
especially
thing
with it
is,
being live coverage. We spotlighted it too.
We saw it. Another thing to look at is as Cole Snyder, by the way, is going to be in the lead for the first time. Did Sean brake check him? Was it the other way around? We saw him blocking in the middle of the track. Could this have gone the other way? Did Todd Lee take his normal braking point and Sean backed him up on purpose? Who knows?
Yeah, you see Sean Purcell continuing to drop. He is now down to 15th. So he is last of the cars remaining on the track here. Still in the pits, too.
His day might be done for.
Yeah, I think
if he's behind Neiman,
that's going to benefit Hoskins a lot. So Hoskins just needs to keep it clean here. Get as many spots as he can to knock Purcell. What might put him out.
Coming to the green flag. Cole Snyder leading the way, and it's a great restart. The inside line gets a good jump. Kyle Purcell behind him, trying to close in, but Cole Snyder, the rookie.
Yeah, Purcell's going to definitely be a challenge here. I don't think there's been a time this race where Snyder has been in front of Purcell. So it's going to be definitely an interesting battle to see here. How defensive does Snyder get, or does he just let him go on by? He's going to let him go to the inside. He's going to chop the nose.
We're not going to have a chance because the caution is out. And it looks like it's William Hightower involved. Into the inside wall. We'll see what happened here. Caution again, though. Brought to you by Tayfi.
Brought to you by Tayfi Artist. Yep. Catching on, you know. We've had so many cautions, I know what to say now.
You're getting the script idea.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at the 45. Middle of your screen, pink and white car, off of 4. Oh no! Lost it himself. Collected Ben Kuhn. Not good for the 45.
Certainly not something you want. Yeah, that's good. That is from seeing what could have been peak. That would have been a peak battle right there, or at least a peak turn 1.
Yeah, it was getting really close, but now Kyle Purcell's gonna be stuck on the outside.
But we have seen Kyle Purcell get the better jumps on restarts when he's not in front of anybody or when he's not behind anybody. So this is going to be pretty interesting. The driver who has the better jump but has all the outside line versus the driver who has the inside. I think it's going to be pretty interesting.
It's definitely going to be very interesting. And Larry Miles, by the way, will be starting in third. We haven't seen a terrible amount of him at the front. But Larry Miles, I was going to say earlier, was Brandon's pick to win the race. Miles the Monster. A.K.A. Larry Smash.
Yep.
Legend.
Third. Still, I mean, I do think, yeah, it's Martinsville. I do think there's still a lot of laps left, though. Still more than 30 laps left here in this race. I think when we get to like maybe 50, 40-ish laps ago, I think we could probably start talking about who is going to be a contender and who's not, especially considering the amount of cautions we've had today. I mean, it's been an eventful race to say for sure. After going caution-free last week to a race riddled with cautions.
Yep, it's kind of making up for it. By the way, Morales with an up-and-down race, he's back into 5th. He was involved earlier. He kind of spun it in front of everybody, and now he's back. Same with Kurt Bray. Kurt Bray's back, P6. So 5 Bednars and Hoskins, the 3 Aftershock drivers trying to make it to the next round, are 8th, 9th, and 10th with their main rival, Sean Purcell, down and out. Here we go, coming back to green. Cole Snyder is the race leader. Kyle Purcell on his outside. Inside's gotten the best start every single time. Will it happen again here? The answer is yes, of course it has. Larry Miles up the inside. He's looking to get second. Kyle Purcell late on the brakes. Can he get around the outside? As Jonathan Green dropping back a little bit on the start here. But it's Larry Miles. Pushes him a little bit. Larry Miles.
I was just say Larry Miles and Kyle Purcell battling is going to allow for Schneider to pull away a little bit. As you can see, even with that wide approach forced by Larry Miles, Kyle Purcell is still challenging Larry Miles now.
He's not done.
He's not done. They're going to have it into turns 3 and 4 here.
There he goes, up the inside. As Larry Miles just avoids the wall. It's a good exit for the 10, and he gets him. Kyle Purcell back into 2nd. Kurt Bray and David Morales, 4th and 5th.
As information on Sean Purcell, he is out of the race. Out of the race, Sean Purcell is. So that is a great sight for Jacob Hoskins, who is exactly 7 spots ahead of him now.
Yeah, Hoskins is exactly 7 spots. They're tied as of right now. He just needs one single more spot. And of course, there's 69 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't think a tie goes to Sean Purcell, wouldn't it?
I believe it's the best finish in the round.
Oh, okay.
Per NASCAR rules, unless
I think Hoskins then.
Unless I am misremembering the rule book. I know. Yeah, it'd be more first, seconds, etc., etc.
So with Sean Purcell now being out of this race, his playoff hopes in jeopardy now. I definitely imagine the admin team is going to review that clip between Todd Lee, who is also out now too, more seriously.
Yeah, without a doubt. As Ben Kuhn has a interesting entry to 3. Hoskins closing in just a little bit.
I think Hoskins might be able to get it here, because Hoskins has got to get past one driver to get it done. He's got Hightower challenging. Yes, he may overtake him, but he's also got Ben Kuhn. No offense to Ben Kuhn, but he just hasn't had the luck or the pace to show it today. Hoskins has been faster than Ben Kuhn. And then up ahead, you have Jonathan Green, who Hoskins has also been faster than today. So that's 2 potential spots to grab. Put himself ahead of Sean Purcell.
And speaking of Purcell, here's Kyle. Can he go around the outside for the lead on Cole Snyder, who goes up the track? And here comes Larry Miles.
That was a great defense. I'll give it to him. I don't think that was on purpose, but that was still great defensive maneuvers from Snyder here.
Spencer brought in Cole Snyder over from another league, or he invited him. He said he might be at or around the top guy's level. So we're seeing it here today. As Kyle shortly around the outside. It's going to be difficult here, but the 10 is going to get the drive off the corner and into first place. Kyle Purcell momentarily.
Go way easy, though.
It's not done yet. It's still not done. And I think he's finally clear.
Not Spencer. Snyder. Although Purcell's going to get through, Snyder put up a great effort. And now here's the bumper from Larry Miles.
Yeah, it's the thing about Martinsville. When you have a pack like this, you lose one spot. You're not just losing one spot. You're immediately under pressure from the car behind for the next spot. And another bump.
Yeah, look at him again. He's just bumping him out of the way, trying to get through.
Larry Miles.
Think Larry Miles just showing a little bit of frustration, knowing that Larry Miles has the speed to catch Purcell here. I don't think he's too happy with a rookie holding him up here.
Oh, and the rookie's
no!
around!
Oh.
Cole Snyder. I think he lost it by himself.
Yeah, it looks like he just had to gas it up too quickly and just spun it.
Caution again. Cole Snyder down a bunch of spots, down to 11th. Absolutely not what you want to see. He was running so well, I think we started talking about him a little bit too much. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, usually when we highlight one driver's feats, they usually tend to fall from the spotlight. So I think that is exactly what we just saw.
And we saw it here. Off of... Yep, we've seen it happen a couple times. Same thing, just gassed it up.
And that is going to benefit not only the top two, not only Larry Miles, but also Jacob Hoskins, because that's now another car behind him.
That puts him in on mathematically.
Yeah. Especially with Jonathan Green. I think Hoskins might have a little bit of leeway here now.
He has some breathing room. And if you're... Oh, interesting. So you're in a situation where if you're the team leader, Hoskins, you kind of have to choose between maybe helping Derek Fye get through or helping Landon Bednarz get through. But only one can make it. Of those two.
As a team owner, if I were in Hoskins' spot, I would probably try and get whoever has the more consistent results out of the two, the one that poses a potential Final Four threat. So I think Hoskins is going to have to look at the statistics here and decide which one he wants to get in.
Yeah, Fye was 10 points behind both Bednarz and Sean Purcell coming into this. He would have to finish now 10 spots ahead of Bednarz as well, but with Purcell out, it's interesting. It's an interesting spot.
Yeah, that does raise another question though. Since Purcell is out, what would happen if we get a Derek Fye win and Hoskins finishes 7 points ahead of Purcell?
That would knock out, I think, Bednarz. Well,
yeah,
let's see.
Would that knock out both Purcell and Bednarz, or just one of the two?
That would knock out Purcell for sure. We're about to go racing here, so we'll check the scenarios here in a little bit. Derek Fye, though, running 8th. A win would do wonders for the Fye family. Be a night to remember for sure, if that were to happen. Kyle Purcell will lead us to green, and he's got David Morales behind him. Look at that. Look how eager he is. He's already on his bumper. We're not even out of turn 4 yet. He's ready to go.
Yeah, that smells like trouble for me if Morales is that enthusiastic. We've seen him get a little too aggressive, and that costs him easily himself. But so far, so good.
So far, yeah. Kurt Bray in trouble of losing second. Here comes Morales.
Oh, Morales is going to make it
early on the brakes, actually. Pretty good move.
Yeah.
Just as I say that, he's going to squeeze wide.
Uh-oh.
Well, we're okay, though.
And this battle for second here is going to allow Kyle Purcell to put up a gap again.
Miles is going to be frustrated again. He knows he has leading pace. He just hasn't been able to get up there at all today.
Yeah,
and there they go. Up the track. Miles, double overtake on the way. Got them both. 3 wide at Martinsville.
Oh.
Larry Miles gets into second. What a move from the 30. Right place, right time. Oh, 99 in the wall. Hoskins up to 6th. He's slowly... Oh, they're beating and banging down the front straightaway.
Oh, my goodness.
Morales and Bray coming together. Bray, by the way, around the outside into 1. What a move.
Yeah, you see Kurt Bray and David Morales battling. That's slowing up Jonathan Green, who's behind them, and allowing Hoskins to get through.
Hoskins is now in
Hoskins is
5th.
Yeah, he's going to get another spot. And then with Morales and Bray battling, that should let him catch up to those two at least a bit and put up a threat. But now you have Hightower, Bednarz, and Green challenging Hoskins for position. So he's in the green in terms of playoff points, but he's got to keep his mind clear, knowing there's 3 cars behind him.
It's not over yet. 50 laps to go. We're getting towards the end, though. It's nitty-gritty time here at Martinsville. There's, oh my goodness, Hightower. Drives it in deep. Bednarz gets through. Bednarz is in as of right now, and so is Hoskins. 2 drivers into the final 6. Mathematically, would be looking pretty good for the championship 3.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting to see all of the passes going on right now behind Hoskins, because it shows who's going to be a threat to Hoskins in terms of positions. As we see Hoskins lock up, is going to lose a spot to Jonathan Green.
There goes Green.
Oh my goodness, and he's starting to make mistakes again.
I think if you're Hoskins, is going to lock in right now. Oh, Green, well, he's going to get it right back. He's going to get it right back. Oh, the 20 almost gets turned.
Yeah, but I think Hoskins is starting to let that thought of making it to the next round get to him. He's getting too eager. He's getting too excited, knowing that the potentially moving on to the next round lays just ahead. You see him starting to make costly mistakes now.
Starting to stack up the time now. 2 seconds to the next car, when it was just a few tenths a couple laps ago. Here is Morales and Bray, the top 4, separated by...
Yeah, and they've both Kurt Bray and David Morales have closed the gap into Larry Miles again too. And Larry Miles is starting to lose some time to Kyle Purcell, so I think Kyle Purcell will be the person to try and beat today. If no one can get around him, I think he's going to be able to hold on to this thing for the next 36 laps.
Yeah, I think we might still see another pit stop cycle if we go green the rest of the way. I could be wrong, but we'll see how that cycles through.
Yeah, I don't think we haven't had a green stop or green flag stop this entire race. It has all been caution stops, at least for the most part.
Yeah, everything's been I think caution or damage related pit stops if it was during green, but no actual strategy cycles, anything like that. Hoskins still in 5th, Bednarz still in 6th. As of right now, those 2 are through. Excuse me. And Sean Purcell would be out. Ben Kuhn would be out. And Derek Fye would also be out.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what the pit strategy is right now. I don't know if they're good. I don't know really a lot, because we haven't really been focusing on that. So it's definitely just kind of a game of guess here.
And we haven't seen a green flag run, so we don't know really how long they can go. There's been all those breaks like you mentioned. So it's going to be interesting if we do go the rest of the way, which could or could not happen. We'll see. Now, don't discount Sean Purcell 100%. If Todd Lee gets disqualified, it's back on for Sean, even though he is out of the race.
Yeah, but that would knock him. I think if that's a disqualification, Todd Lee would be knocked out, and I think that would allow for Sean, Hoskins, and Bednarz to make it through, if I'm not mistaken.
I think those 3 would make it. I think Derek Fye would still be out. Derek Fye has to race.
Yeah, so Derek Fye, I think, is now in a must-win situation as the laps continue to wind down here.
Pretty much.
Can't really seem, unless something drastic happens, he's not going to be able to point his way into the final or into the next round. But he is relying on a must-win here tonight.
These 2 are still going out. These guys have been bumper to bumper the last 15 or so laps. Here comes Morales again into 3. Late on the brakes. 99 gives him room. They're beating and banging off a 4.
Ooh. Could be a caution if we're not careful, and that could change everything here.
Oh, it absolutely could. They're still going at it. This is opening the door. 2 in front are going to drive away. Morales, is he going to get by this time? I think he's going to clear him. Drive up the middle of the track a little bit, and he's got it. Nicely done. Hoskins is safe. You think if you're Hoskins, you're saying Bednarz, block for me.
Yeah, pull a little bit of the team orders. That's what I was thinking just maybe 5 laps ago. Is like, Bednarz could just block Hightower or just block any threats to him. And that would get them both safely into the round.
Yeah, because as of right now, they're both in. But it's not over yet. 37 to go. Here comes Bednarz. That doesn't look like team orders. Thought he was going to give him a dive bomb there.
Ooh, yeah, Bednarz is looking like he wants to challenge. I don't know if he's going to, but he's at least looking like it. I don't know what the rules on team orders are here, so maybe they have to kind of play this game of opera kind of. You got to pretend like you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, well, right now they're not really doing too much harm. Just kind of driving around the track.
Because I know real life cup rules don't allow for any sort of team orders. I don't know the rules for VPS. Oh no.
Ben Kuhn, he's in a must-win situation as well, by the way. He comes in 20 points behind the cut line. Sitting at 9th right now. Only thing that gets him through basically is a win. Or multiple DSQs, I guess.
Free to go. Everything's somewhat. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of the calm before the storm. I feel like something's coming. Something is definitely coming. I feel like someone's gonna make a mistake sooner or later. If not, if we go green the rest of the way, I'm gonna be genuinely shocked because the amount of cautions we've had. I don't think we've gotten a green flag run more than maybe what 15 laps.
Probably, maybe 20.
So so this most recent restart would be the longest green flag run where we just stay green.
Lap cars are going to come into play now. Tyler Smith in the 21 is ahead. Kyle Purcell has to navigate him with only a half-second lead over Larry Miles. Miles the monster, winner of VIR in the Vantage Indy Special League. Winner last season of Vantage Pro Series. Does 21 get out of the way here? Looks like he does nicely. I think Miles slowly starting to close in here. He's found a little bit of pace.
Yeah, he definitely. Yeah, the gap was maybe about 8 tenths, 9 tenths. Now it's only 3 tenths here. So, lap car definitely played a factor in letting Larry Miles close in the gap here. So.
Oh, Bednarz got ahead of Hoskins.
Yeah, it looks like Hoskins just locked up a little bit.
No team orders there. Ben Kuhn's in the pits.
It looks like, I think, yeah, his race might be done here because he's going to go down multiple laps here. And even with the caution, he'd still be a handful of laps down. So I think Ben Kuhn's playoff run comes to an end tonight here.
Strong season for Ben Kuhn.
Yeah, definitely nothing to be ashamed of. It was a great season for Ben Kuhn. And for anybody who's been eliminated tonight, it's still, regardless, great season to make it into the playoffs and to advance.
Without a doubt. Could be like Kurt Bray and lose by an inch. I jest. Kurt Bray, by the way, running in 4th. Good race so far.
Yeah, you better respect Kurt Bray.
Wouldn't be a Vantage event without some Kurt Bray slander. 26 to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're just nearing about 20-ish laps to go here, so coming into the final home stretch, looks like everything's going to finish at least relatively normal. No controversy, no late race cautions, no phantom cautions. Just a smooth, calm finish.
25 to go. A lot could happen between now and then. Question is, will it? Will we see a self-spin? Will we see contact? Hightower's gotten to the back of Hoskins just about. He's not really driving for much. He's pretty much in on points. Is Hightower.
Yeah, it's looks like Kyle Purcell has put up that gap. He had to Larry Miles or the lap car played a factor. Just about 8 tenths or so. Everything kind of going back to normal.
When we talk about Kyle Purcell
Although
finishing,
nothing.
Oh, Kurt Bray in and out.
Yeah, but saying the word normal and Vantage in the Pro Series is like a curse. You say it, and something is surely going to go wrong. So, gotta be careful when using the N-word. Whoa, I mean, not that N-word.
The normal word, of course.
Normal word, yeah. Sorry, guys. That's definitely going to be taken out of context.
I'm
I
sure
feel like.
someone. No one will ever clip that to make you look
Surely.
bad.
Okay. The N-O word. There we go.
Cole Snyder gotten back up to 9th after a very, very strong run. And unfortunately, a spin off of 4 kind of threw a wrench in that.
Yeah, he had a solid run all day. I mean, despite his I don't think his finishing position is going to tell the story of how good he did today.
Yeah, he was out front. He was leading. He was top 3 basically all day until he wasn't.
He's actually battling for the lead too, and then just a little too trigger happy and just jumped the gun, spun out. Obviously.
Oh! Speaking of spinning out, Kurt
Oh
Bray
my goodness!
holds on to it off of 2. Nearly had a similar moment. Nearly caused that late race caution.
That would have probably changed everything, considering we're inside 20 to go now. Things would have probably gotten a lot more dirty in terms of racing, because a lot of these guys are going to get aggressive.
Lock up from Phi. Loses a spot to Cole Snyder.
Not a lot to talk about, honestly. Everyone's kind of, other than that little spook we had with Kurt Bray, everybody's still in line.
Eve Naiman getting put another lap down. Not his debut today. He's running towards the front at one point.
Yeah,
Seems
he
like
did say it's good to point out that although he's struggling today, he did message in this server saying that short track racing is not his strong suit. So whatever his debut performance looks like does not represent what he
Bednar's
represents as a driver.
loses a spot. Almost took out Hoskins in the process.
Things getting a little too, like I said, it's the calm before the storm. It looks like everybody's trying to cause at least something. Someone is willingly gonna at least cause it. Not willingly. Someone's gonna cause a caution here, and I don't think it's gonna be willingly.
I think it's gonna be a little bit.
It's definitely, yeah,
antsy.
It's definitely on the radar. Question is who is it gonna come from, if any?
If we see it, that's true. You never know. And if we do, that second place driver is going to be in a terrible spot for the restart. Can we see a Kurt Bray win with a caution?
Well, I heard that, buddy. I heard that.
No,
You're yawning during a VPS race? My goodness.
I muted my mic. There was no proof. Absolutely none.
Uh-huh. Well, it's on record now. I just called you out for it, even if you didn't mute your mic.
You made it up.
So, oh, okay, buddy. AI generated laugh, or not laugh, yawn.
AI generated.
Oh!
A bit of a contact there for the 45 and the 20.
I think Hoskins is kind of slowing these guys up, and I think if he doesn't turn on the boosters here, something's going to happen between these 4.
Bednar's is good right now, but he's not completely safe. You can't afford to start losing spots.
I don't know about that.
I'm trying to set a narrative.
I'm pretty sure he's safe in terms of points. I'm not sure about position, though.
Yeah, he's pretty much safe. He just can't lose too many points. Chief said he can't believe Hoskins made Bednar's let him through. As we're trying to get around a lap car here. Gotta be
bring
careful.
Jay Davis into the booth here. I'd love to get an interview from that guy. I love him.
From Jay Davis.
Jeffrey Davis.
USLS legend Jay Davis.
Yep. Less than 10 to go, so this thing is pretty much over. Unless we get a caution.
Yeah, 1 second lead out front for Kyle Purcell. All of a sudden, everyone decided to lock in the last 50 laps and run green.
Yeah, no kidding. I feel like a caution right now would completely devolve things on the restart here.
It could.
But everybody seemingly at least driving carefully, so I don't think we're going to get that late race caution.
Nothing yet anyways. The 45, I think no one wants to cause it. can see the way these guys are driving. They don't want it to happen. They don't want it to be them. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh no!
Rookie just caused it.
Oh,
On debut.
We're never beating the scripted allegations, I'm afraid.
Oh my gosh! Oh no!
Snyder around. Caution is out. Things just got a whole lot more interesting.
Yep, things are about to get crazy in here.
Oh, dearie me. Caution brought to you by Tayfi Artist. Let's see what happened. I promise
Oh my goodness.
we aren't rigged.
We aren't. Yeah, no.
Here's the
We
17.
didn't. Oh, he just lost it.
He just lost it. Oh, and the 83 almost took him out, but he didn't.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to get a green white checkered, I think. First one in a while.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like this restart is gonna probably be the death of the server. I feel like, if anything,
It's going to...
I don't like this. I do not like where this is going whatsoever.
Do we think we've seen the last caution?
No.
Absolutely not.
Nope. If we go caution free, I'm probably gonna call BS on that.
Just BS on going caution free.
AI generated finish. Yeah, I feel like they're like not telling the truth.
Interesting. Well,
Oh my goodness.
Chief is in the chat preying on Hoskins' downfall, by the way. He said it's time for Hoskins to get rocked. Who's in fourth? Oh, does he go for a win? Does Hoskins?
Oh my gosh, no. Hoskins, do not focus on the win. Focus on the playoff position. You can focus on wins next round.
Could it be?
But your main concern is to get into the next round. You don't go for a win. You go for a win and mess up. I almost said the F word again. You go for the win and mess up. You're out of the playoffs. And you look like a laughing stock. Go for the playoff spot.
Oh dear, oh dear. And we
I'm
had
not
to.
even saying this as a hater. I'm saying this as a friend, as your future sponsor. Go for the playoff spot. I beg of you.
It's gonna be a green white checkered in the Vantage Pro Series. And it's gonna be chaos.
If the top 30 wreck and Hoskins is in position to win, yes, go for it. But for now, do not do anything unnecessary.
Here we go, folks. Hold your
He has
breaths.
12 spots to the good. No, 11 spots to the good. He does not need to risk anything here.
Hold your breaths. Coming to green. Look at the top four. They're all stacked up, ready to go.
Oh, my
Bednars is backing
goodness.
off. He wants some space. Here we go. Kyle Purcell leads the way. Green white checkered at Martinsville has begun. It's a good start for Morales. Here he comes, diving it into turn one. Wants to get right to the back bumper of the 10.
No.
Here we go. Bednars and Hoskins. They're doing all right. Here comes the 71. He's looking for his first ever Vantage win.
Oh my goodness.
Here we
He's
go.
definitely trying.
Here we go. White flag in the air. The race is
Think we're gonna see
official.
it.
Could it
We're
be?
going to see the bumper.
There's the bumper once.
There's the bumper.
I think they're wrecking. I think they're
Oh,
wrecking.
I think he might take him out.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
know.
David Morales, one last shot at glory. The bumper.
Oh, he
Sends
bumped
him up the track. Turns him
right.
into the wall. Who's going to win it? It's Kurt Bray. It's Kurt Bray in a 3-wide photo finish. It's Kurt Bray. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe what I've just seen. Kurt Bray of all people.
No way.
There's absolutely
Is he playoff eligible?
no. He missed out on the net
Oh
on the
my
last
goodness,
round.
That would have been the greatest upset ever if he was playoff eligible. That was great.
Oh my god.
Absolute peak. Oh my
Kurt
goodness.
Bray.
Welcome back, Kurt Braytage.
Braytage is back. Have you ever?
Oh. No, I don't think I've ever.
I don't think anyone has. 3 wide at Martinsville. Are you kidding me?
Jeez. I'm gonna be honest, I saw Kyle Purcell just hook it right and try and take out Morales. Or hook it left, I mean.
Morales drove
I
in
think-
there.
There's nothing inherently wrong with a bump and run, but the way Morales had performed it, I think it's fair game in terms of Purcell wrecking him. That was great.
That was unreal.
I think regardless of Purcell finishing outside the podium, I think we need to get an interview from him.
Oh, we need, yeah. That's gonna be something. That's for sure.
I called it too. I said things are going to get crazy on this restart, and they did.
Look at this run to the line here. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Oh, there's a bunch of hard hits. That's probably the big one. Wait, make sure. I think you need to focus on Parker Vance. I DM'd him earlier saying wall ride, so if he can do that. 2 minutes later, we need to check on that, see if he fulfilled.
Look at that.
Oh.
3 wide across the line. Photo finish. Purcell finishes in 4th backwards. Intentional wreck by Purcell. Should be disqualified, says Todd Lee. It's actually a fairly decent point you just made.
I feel like it definitely was, but the way Morales was driving him, it would have been an intent wreck too. I mean, if you flash back to turn 3, turn 4, let's take a look there. You see him. Just drive completely through him. Yes, he gave him the bumper, but even after getting him sideways, he continued to just drive through him. Take a look here. You see, there's the initial contact right
pushes
there.
Him up the track,
and then
still
right there,
keeps
he just
going.
drives through him. So I think it's fair play.
Oh my goodness. Hoskins came through. Hoskins is through, by the way. He finished 4th and all that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Bednarz is through. Oh my goodness. Kurt Bray. Absolute peak. Absolute cinema.
That was insane. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Ever.
That was... Oh, we got
was
Elliot in the
great.
booth. Let's hear it. What is the ruling?
Barring any protests, the race results are official.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
The race win was never up for debate. However, we were originally looking at the incident between the 71 and the 10.
All right.
We concluded that due to the fact that the 71 didn't directly cause to the spin of the 10 spun while trying to gas it up after the contact was made. We are deeming that wasn't a dump and run, rather just a bump and run, which failed.
So standings
Okay.
are good,
Cool.
barring
Yeah.
protests.
Yeah, and
Alright.
and for further information on the Todd Lee incident, the disqualification is confirmed. However, the race ban is still up for debate.
So no points for Todd Lee for today.
So this
that-
this will be based on the the race ban will be based on the information we've requested from the 74 of Sean Purcell. There has been accusations of brake checking and malicious driving.
Oh man.
So if Sean does not submit any information that can back that up, that can disprove that, we are deeming that the race ban is harsh enough based on the action Sean has done against Todd.
Okay, well,
Interesting.
it's extremely interesting. Todd Lee.
It's gonna shake the
Yeah.
playoffs up a lot.
Holy
I
moly.
can tell you that.
Holy moly.
Very much will.
Thank you, Elliot, for that
Yeah.
information.
Any other information you want from us here? Because I got a lot of
Parker Vance will
information I
ride
can
in the
share.
final lap.
Yeah, did anyone wall ride on the final lap? I don't think so.
No, we did not see any of that.
Oh,
Racist.
But I do have a final incident count for you guys.
oh boy.
20,
Take a guess first.
83.
47.
236
Oh, my God.
incident points were handed out this race.
Oh boy.
This is the
Incredible.
second most in Vantage history.
Well,
Oh, boy.
hey, it could be worse. Could be the first most.
Which is
Go.
well,
What's
the
record
most
next
is
week?
So the thing is, it's not even halfway to the most of all time.
Oh, no.
was
that's
that
not-
That was
trucks?
Road America Season 1. That was 547 incidents.
Incredible. Well,
Wow.
thanks for that, Elliot. We're gonna get these
well. Yeah, thank you.
interviews underway. If we
Absolutely.
can. Oh my goodness. Gotta rewatch that immediately. Let's get Larry Miles in here, if we can't.
Oh, my nose is runny.
Let's move him. Where is he? Where is he?
I think this will be the first time I've ever heard Larry Miles, the Larry Smash.
Speaking of Larry Miles, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yep.
All right, so crazy finish. You managed to come home third somehow. You were a couple inches away from winning at the end. Walk us through that last
No,
lap.
second.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, walk us through that last lap.
Well, my car had no drive off the entire race, and that was definitely the case in the final 2 laps. uh, yeah, and Kurt had fresh tires, so he was able to hang around my outside. And if he hadn't taken fresh tires, I would have won that. Like,
So it's
Yeah.
just right place, right time for Kurt Bray.
yep, for sure. And for me, to be honest,
Yeah, well, a lot of people.
I was
would
lucky
say.
that they talked to work each other.
Well, congrats on the second place. Almost first, but still a good race for you. Lots of good, strong pace, and we'll see you on Saturday for Vissel. I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm doing VISL all
Nice.
season,
All
full
right.
season.
Great.
This was like the last VPS race I was gonna do. So,
All right. Well, thanks for coming out. Congrats on the finish, and we'll see you out there on Saturday.
all right, thank you. Bye.
That's Larry Miles, second
Wait to
place.
see what he does in this.
Oh, let's get. Where's Jonathan Green? There he is. Let's get Jonathan Green in here. Jonathan Green, it's Nico and Purge in the booth. You got us.
I do.
All right. So wild finish. Nearly won it. Nearly lost it. Nearly a lot of things. Walk us through that last lap.
I don't think I was anywhere near the front. I like finishing 7th. Did you pull the right person?
I might have.
Oh, good
I don't
job,
know.
Nico.
Well, my scoreboard says Jonathan Green in second. Well, Jonathan Green's
Regardless,
interview anyways. Oh, it's Vance in second. No, I don't know.
Let me see. Let me see who was.
My
where.
scoreboard's a little bit
Gray,
glitched right now.
Miles, and then Morales third. And
Yeah,
then Patel was fourth.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
get.
like I said, it was crazy. It's fun.
Regardless.
It's Martinsville. It's gonna be what's gonna be.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Do you have any words to say to any of the drivers today?
Nothing specific to anybody. I mean, the one time I hit the wall because I was trying to stay in front of Hoskins and I overdrove the corner and smacked the wall and lost a bunch of
typical
spots there at the
Hoskins.
end. Well, listen, no, that was all me. I could have let him go and not tried to stay in front of him, but that was all my fault.
Okay.
It's all good though.
Anything to add, Nico?
No, good race. Congrats on what I thought was a second place, but actually a little bit.
7th place.
Yeah, close enough. Congrats nonetheless. We'll see you out there next time.
I mean,
All right, let's get Morales. Morales was in here. Let's get.
John Purcell is not in the chat.
Interesting.
Oh my
David
goodness.
David Morales. We got David Morales. Welcome to the booth. Just tell us, what was your mentality going into that final restart? You looked like you were obviously going for the win. What happened there?
Yeah, no. So I got a good restart and ended up falling into second place. And I just wanted to run clean laps, make sure I got to the last lap. Coming to the final turn, I just wanted to give the 10 a bump and run, trying to make something happen because in these cars, it's really hard to pass. And I gave him plenty of room. I, went bottom, gassed it up. We got together and that's when everything happened. But overall, I'm proud of myself. It's the best finish in the season, I believe. It's the first time being in the booth, and I finally was able to put a race together, even though I had incidents. But yeah, no, it was fun. And the mentality going to it was just be clean, be smart, and last turn is last turn. And I was going for the win, and I don't care what anyone says. I gave it my all.
All right. Well, congrats on P2. Hopefully, we see you in the booth a little bit more often going forward.
Yeah, man. I just need to put these races together. I know you said it. I have the pace, but I just can't put these races together.
Well, best of luck going forward, and we'll see you out there next time.
Thank you.
Dare I say, let's get Kyle Purcell in here.
Oh yeah. Would love to get.
Let's drag him in. Kyle Purcell, it's
There he
Nico and
is.
Purge in the booth. You got us?
That was gonna be great.
I do.
All right, so I think you came home in fourth, sideways, backwards. We're leading on the last lap. You don't seem too happy with the bump and run. Morales said he was going for the win. What was your take there?
A bump and run, I'll say it's cringe, but you can do it, whatever. I'll deal with it. A bump and drive through me to finish me off and then blame me for it is just par for the course with that guy, unfortunately. When I saw the caution come out and I saw he was in third, I knew I didn't have a chance at winning because I knew he would do that. And, his reputation is what it is for a reason. His own teammates hate him. So when you have a guy like that, unfortunately, near the front towards the end of a race like this, you'd hope that if he's going to intentionally wreck someone for the win, he'd at least own it, and which he kind of did, for credit given. He'd at least own it, but then at least win. But he didn't even win because he was too busy running me over. So, kind of what you expect from him. But I got to lead a lot of laps. We don't get that late yellow. I definitely win the race. Had fun trying to run down Daniel early on with a little bit of a more tire protective line. Good long runs throughout a couple times. Had fun passing people on the outside, which some people didn't get the memo that you're able to do that, apparently, based on what happened to my brother. So hopefully, I'm just looking forward to the penalty report because, there's other things I could be doing on a Thursday, and if this is the type of thing that's acceptable or viewed as acceptable, I can do anything else with my time. So we'll see. I don't really want to give too much judgment on it until then.
All right. Well, thanks for coming to the booth, and best of luck next time.
Appreciate it.
Carpacel.
Wow,
What
that
else
was
spicy.
oh yeah, that was spicy for sure. My goodness.
Let's get Kurt Cousins, aka Kurt Bray, aka Kurt Braytage, in here. Our goat, the race winner, as if there was ever any doubt. Kurt, what was going through your mind in that last lap?
Oh, I was running fourth there. I had fresh tires, and everyone in the VC was talking about when that caution came out that there was going to be contact in places. So rather than having old tires and hoping that I could pass everyone that way, I took tires, and I was just trying to salvage P3 going around Matthew Miles, and well enough they did get together there in the final corner, and I saw the C's part, and I just slammed the gas, and I made it through.
3 wide photo finish. Of course, Kurt Bray wins in spectacular fashion after losing in spectacular fashion so many times. Would it happen any other way? Are you happy with this win? Did you expect this kind of win for your first win in VPS?
I don't think I expected it. I definitely feel like I should have had one maybe 3 times now, but I couldn't be happier. It feels nice to steal one back, so I'm not going to complain about it.
Yeah, you got one. You finally went your way. Congratulations, Kurt. Anything else to add, Purge?
Oh, congratulations. Are you excited for Braytage tomorrow?
Absolutely excited for Braytage.
Vantage Part 2. Incredible. After we called you Kurt Cousins and said the lights are too bright for you as well on the podcast. Just had to prove us all wrong. Incredible. Well, thanks for coming out. Congrats on the win. You're a legend of the people, and I'm sure everyone's so happy about this.
Thank you.
That's Kurt Bray, our GOAT, our savior. Yeah, what a race.
A hero.
What a finish.
That was a great finish.
I'm gonna
Pretty solid race too all around.
Yeah, it was pretty
Perfect
fun.
amount of caution sprinkled in to keep things close. An exciting and what some might call a controversial finish to end this thing. And better yet, Hoskins continuing to prove the haters wrong.
He's into the round of 6.
He will advance. Yeah, into the round of 6. Lives to fight another day at least.
He is at worst gonna finish top 6 in the Vantage Pro Series points. So good job to him. And we'll have the points out either later today or, we'll see. We'll see when that comes out, if there's anything else like that. Well, folks, thanks for watching. Thanks to Perch for coming out and
Love you.
and commentating with me. It was definitely a great time. I gotta go rewatch that finish. If you're watching and you just missed it, my goodness, you missed something. Rewatch this stream right now.
Where were you?
Follow us on everything. Link in the bio. We'll see you guys next time. Tune in this weekend. All kinds of racing going on. IndyCar, Formula Mazda, V1 on Sunday. It's going to be great. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you next time.